Why, hello darlings, welcome to Tea with Justine. As you all know, my darling husband Chris is French. And oftentimes, when particularly women find out, I get a lot of, ooh, what is that like? And I'm like, ugh, what, why? What's the big deal? He's just my husband. My very lovely, awesome, adorable husband. So, I thought today, while I sip this delicious cup of breakfast in Paris, which really is just Earl Grey plus a hint of lavender, that I'd provide you a little cultural insight into my Franco-American marriage. What's it like being married to a Frenchman? Well, it's bloody obnoxious. I don't know what it is about us in the States, but we seem to have some strange fantasy and idealization of everything French. So let me tell you, 3 things you gotta know about what it's like being married to a French person. Numero uno, they complain a lot. Like, if complaining was an Olympic sport, they would sweep the podium every single time. Yeah. Now, fortunately for me, my darling Chris is part British. Yes, thanks to his daddy, he has a little bit of sensibility. So, Chris mostly complains about French people complaining, about French people, about France, about French ways of doing things, and, you know, everyday life. But it's his self-awareness of that complaining that makes it much more tolerable. Numero dos. The French love saying no to everything. Even when the answer is obviously yes, they have to say no first. Or even when the answer doesn't require a yes or no, they still have to say no. And I'm always like, why you gotta bring me down? They're all, no, no, no. And I'm all, si se puede, si se puede. Si se puede. No, in certain situations, Chris would call it being realistic, whereas I would just call it being an aguafiestas, which is a party pooper. Except when we're actually at a party and Chris is always the life of the party and my favorite dance partner. Hashtag couple goals, hashtag dirty dancing, hashtag love and marriage. Number 3 is pretty obvious. Being married to a Frenchman is being married to a forever food snob. Understandable in some situations, I have to say. The meal at our wedding prepared by Alain Ducasse was probably the best meal I will ever have in my entire life. But the snobbiness, come on, must we? Okay, yes, our government here in the United States loves to insult our taste buds and destroy our health with high fructose corn syrup. Yes, it costs $3 or $4 to get a good croissant when it only costs less than €1 in France. Yes, I know we overpay for so much food, but must we rub salt in my wounds? I mean, I'm especially sensitive to the high fructose corn syrup issue because I'm incredibly embarrassed about it and it hurts my patriotic pride, plus it makes me break out in hives. And speaking of food, numero 3.5, people love asking me if Chris cooks French food for me. Does he make crepes for you? No, the boy doesn't even make toast for me. He is no different from any other husband. Just because he's French does not make him more special than any other husband, although he is very special to me. And I blame some of his flaws on being a coddled only child. So the mixture of only child, French, be careful with that. But he does do the dishes and he gets a gold star for that. There you go. That is what it's like being married to a Frenchman. If you enjoyed that cultural insight, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms so we can discover the world through tea together. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Toodles!